Hi, good morning everybody. In this video, the Sabres are back in action as the boys are in New Jersey. Let's look at it coming up. All right, the fateful day has come where the Sabres are going to attempt to win their 30th game of the season. So we'll see how this one breaks down. This New Jersey team will not be a pushover, guys. I'll tell you right now. They just won in Vegas their last game, and as far as I know, that was their last game. That's at least the one I was paying attention to, and they look good doing it. So Lindy's got their boys over there playing pretty good right now, and it will not be an easy, it's not just going to be an easy win just because they're a non-playoff team. So the Sabres have to go into this one, same mentality, same attitude, same drive, same everything to have the best odds of winning. Let's take a look at a few things about the game here I wanted to go over. Now, this is something that has been brought to light, which I knew was going well. I just didn't know this well, okay? Now, the Sabres go into this game, since March the 1st, with the 5th best power play in the NHL. So we have snapped out of that long months of funk we were in. Remember, we were doing nothing, it seemed forever, guys. Remember, we were begging for a playoff goal at one point. Now it seems like you can't turn off this power play, so... Sabres rank 5th in the NHL with the 28.6 conversion rate since March the 1st. But they rank 1st in the NHL in power play since April the 1st. So this month so far, we're the best team in the NHL on the power play. And it said, I like what Granato says here. He goes, we've really concentrated on spreading the wealth as far as skill. The joke behind the scenes is there isn't a second unit because both can score. We set it up that way, and we think we'll be able to do that in the future. And that, for me, is really big, guys, is that they're, of course, it's about the now, but they're thinking about the future, that they're going to have 2 power play units that are really good. They've got a lot of plans here. This is why I'm saying with the hitting game and the Sabres, I do believe they're going to resolve that, okay? I just can't believe they would do all this work to have a non-hitting team and expect to be successful. Of course, they know there has to be some physicality in their game. So we'll just leave that for now. Mattias Samuelsson remained absent due to a personal matter, but will meet with the team in New Jersey for their game on Thursday, Granato said. So he'll be there. And took a maintenance day on Tuesday. Okposo participated in the last practice. He didn't participate in the one before. And it's all the same guys, no point throwing it up. Skinner, Thompson, Olofsson again on the first line. And I kind of agree with that right about now. I never thought I'd say that about Olofsson. See, though, the ones that trolled here and got upset, and you didn't have your due in the sunset, guys. Like, be patient. I admit when I'm wrong. But Olofsson still, I believe, we got to be very careful with that offseason contract. Very careful. If we lock him in long-term at like $8 million, it's a horrible mistake. Horrible mistake. We will pay the price for that like we did the Skinner contract. I guarantee it. No. We'll have to look at that when the year's out. Second line, Krebs, Middlestat, Tuck. Third line, Asplund, Cousins, Okposo. Fourth line, Bjork, Gergensons, Okposo. The also rans are Eakin and Hayden at the bottom. And first pairing, Bryson, Dahlin. Second pairing, Power, Jokiharju. Third pairing, Butcher, Fitzgerald. And at the bottom, Miller, Pysyk. I'm not sure Pysyk's going to get any more time in. People have been saying, well, how come Pysyk isn't playing? Because we've put Power in. We've got to play Owen Power. I mean, it goes without saying, somebody in his 30s who will most likely not going to sign, I'm guessing, this offseason. We've got to give that time to Power. It's more important for the future, you know? And Anderson, Tokarski, and Nets. I'd like to see UPL get a game or two, but we don't know where all that's headed. It's with the percentage points in the AHL last I checked and all sorts of things. So yeah, they're attempting their 30th win. So here it is. You know, we've talked about this before. And right now, I think we got to just focus on that. I mean, focus on the little goals for this year. And I think 30 is a monumental task for the team that we ice this year, guys. I really do. I really believe it. We're going to look at goals like this for next year. I'll be doing a video on that. Very soon, actually. When the year's out, I'm keeping a lot of my ideas because don't forget, guys, there's no game reports. I got to come up with idea for videos and things like this to keep the channel breathing, right? I mean, not everybody wants to talk about hockey all summer. Some enthusiasts do. And for those enthusiasts, I got to make sure, even if the channel's taking a hit spiraling, I got to keep the channel moving upwards. So it's kind of a reverse effect I got to have on the channel as the summer's coming. And also, I didn't mention it there, it's on the 10th, I believe. Let me just check that, guys, while I got you here. I do want to check that because I believe it's at the 10th at 6:30 p.m. My bad. I really forgot. I just totally forgot to look at this. Let me just check here. Here we go. Draft lottery is, here it is. Yeah, the 10th at 6:30 p.m. So we're gonna see what our positioning is. We're gonna know. We'll have a good idea. You know, like we'll know. We'll just know how that pans out. So we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, and that's it. You know, I'm not going to panic about the Sabres getting the 1st or the 8th or 9th or 10th pick. I'm just not going to panic about it because we have 3 first-rounders. We can do a lot of damage with that, and there's a lot of progress that's going to be made with that too, because I'm guessing there might be a trade at the draft table. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Who knows what we're up to? It seems like we've made the right calls when we least expect it with this regime that's running the team right now. So I just don't know what to expect. People are saying, the majority of you voted thinking it would be a good idea to trade one of the draft picks. I'd rather keep them myself, but if we go and we get some veteran defenseman or something for a first rounder that we think is worth it, you know, like not what Botterill did. He made a bad one there with, what was it getting? Montour. We gave up a first, right? So, you know, you don't want to just toss your first in hopes of getting. You want to make sure you're getting. You know, if you do a second rounder, different story. But if you're trading a first round pick, those are gold to general managers, and we can't mess around with that. We can't. You know, we got to hold on to that like we did Jack, and they have to pry it out of our hands. Not us saying, "Oh, please trade us. Here you go." No. They got to approach us, the teams. You know. And look, he's not happy here. You know, he's willing to come to Buffalo. You know, so a lot of players aren't going to have no movement clauses in their contract with the Sabres no more. The league knows, the players that is, know that this team's headed in the right direction now. So there's no, you know, I was reading some clown that was posting saying, that's a joke of an organization. They're just going to let him get injured and that person get injured. And like, just the thinking out there. I can't wait till the Sabres are winning 50 games a season again, just so those fans can just button it up and go troll some other franchise. God, they have no life, some of these people, I swear to God. So today, let's go into this and take it to them early. We've got to do that. We're due for a game, guys, I believe, where we come out and dominate early. This is what we haven't done as of recent anyway. The Sabres are just due for something like that. And let's hope the special teams continues, especially the power play, right? We got to keep this power play red hot right to the end of the year. And for those of you that were all concerned about the power play, as was I don't think we have to be that concerned going forward next year, do we? I mean, it's a work in progress, but the signs are there. The signs are there that we don't need Jack Eichel on the power play. We're number 1 in the league this month and number 5 in the entire league the last 2 months without him. We have turned the corner there too. So next year is what they're doing. And if you notice, there's usually a 6-pass system with them. I've noticed this with their power play. And no, it's not just because of Olofsson either. No. And if anybody that says that hasn't been watching Tage Thompson. You know, it's not because of one guy. It's the unit. So save those comments, guys, saying, oh, it's because of him or no, it's because of the unit and the coaching staff. That's why. It takes 5 guys on a power play to generate 1 play. And that's the way a power play works. Otherwise, you haven't played hockey. I'll tell you right now. Power play is a whole different beast because that is hockey plays you do while you're standing and moving in very small space of like 10 square feet every time. It's not about up and down on a power play. It's about standing in a neutral position, going around in circles and maintaining your position, covering for the guy that's out of position because he had no choice. Somebody's rushing him. You got to cover for him. There's all sorts of things. So it's about how many passes, I believe. And if you notice, the Sabres throw around about 6 passes, unless the guy's wide open. Then you got to do it. But usually it looks like it's a 5 or 6 pass system that they have going on. They're not about to tell us because then everybody will know. They'll let those teams figure it out on the tapes, right? So, all right. So let's see if the power play stays hot. I'm looking for Skinner to show up in this one, and hopefully Tuck also. I'd like to see Skinner and Tuck get one in this one. And of course, I'd love nothing more than Tage to pop in a few so we can start getting excited about a potential 40-goal season. That would be amazing. We'll see then. All right, guys, go Sabres. Let's get this one, and let's get right back at it. Let's win this one and get right back at it, going for number 31 even. But I'm only concentrating on 30. I'll see you tonight, guys.